True story. I was one of the 8 prisoners that was locked inside a paddy wagon while it was 110 degrees out in the middle of July. We were locked in there for over 30 minutes before the cops had to bust their own window to rescue us. Here's the story, true story. I'm awaiting trial, Rockingham County Jail, getting ready to go to prison, fully indicted on drug charges. It's the middle of July 2017. It's hot as it gets outside in New England. It's 110 scorching outside, humidity level 100%. You can fry an egg on the pavement, no problem. Now, this is not the weather that you want to be going through fentanyl withdrawals in. That's facts. And anything but 110 degrees, dude. Anything. Let alone that, I have court this day. I'm about to be arraigned and fucked off for years of my life coming forward, and I know it. So the mental morale, it's not there, pal. It's a bad day. My birthday was like a week beforehand. Listen, if you want to know how I'm feeling at this moment, is I feel like I'm at the end of my road. So, you know me, New England style. My father is my co-defendant. So that was nice. I get to see my dad because we were separated as soon as we got arrested. Now going to arraignment, I get to see him. He's looking rough as me. It's fucking, we're both detoxing hard. I also have another co defendant, good friend of ours, good to link up with, whatever. So we make up 3 of the 8 people in this fucking paddy wagon. There's one other dude there we didn't know. We didn't talk to him because obviously we don't feel good, first of all. And then there's 4 females on the other side. The paddy wagon, remember, was a brand spanking new Mercedes. One of those Mercedes utility vans that they turned into a fucking government vehicle. It's ridiculous. They don't build these things for comfort. It's good for the drivers. The drivers got AC. The drivers got tunes, leather seats. It's a fucking Mercedes, right? These fucking. It cranks me up, and I remember me and my dad having that conversation as soon as they walked us out into the Sally port in the garage to load us into this like we're wild animals, and I'm cuffed up here, and I got a chain cuffed to my waist, and that chain's cuffed to my ankles, and I'm cuffed to my father, and my father's cuffed to our other co-defendant, and they're walking us like they're going to execute us or something, like we're a herd of cattle. We mean less than anybody to them at this time. We're drug dealers, nobody cares. And they're getting ready to treat us like so. They load us into this fucking oven, dude. This fucking back of this Mercedes paddy wagon, I can't tell you. It was like getting into a creaming, it was like getting into a furnace, dude. It was, let alone being dope sick, that was the least of my worries. Even if I felt good, I wouldn't have got in there. So we're kicking and we're fighting and we're fucking telling them to at least let the hot air out for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, we're dying, dude. We know when we get in there, it's not going to be good. We still got a 15-minute ride to the court and all this shit. We're going to be puking in the back of this. It's not going to be good. Do you think they cared? Absolutely not. Your rights go away. It's facts, dude. I mean, they take your human rights and the moral you're supposed to have towards another human, and it goes out the window. Mark my words, it's fucking horrible. So, like animals, they threw us in there and packed us like sardines. Males on the right side, females on the left side. And the females, we're going through an epidemic. The females are kicking fentanyl as well. So everybody in the back of this motherfucker is sick. It's disgusting, is the only way I can put it. Figure it out. I mean, you could probably smell it just thinking about it, let alone feeling it. Feeling that sweat come down and sting your eye, and you can't wipe it off. And the dude next to you is coughing and gagging and fucking shitting his pants, kid. It's not good. And we're all going to see a judge. This is sucks. So they haul us all down one at a time, get us out. We were never so thankful to be in the basement of a courthouse in my life because at least the temperature was It was cold, and I didn't want to leave. Dope sick. Get in front of the judge. Judge tells me bail's denied. It stays. I was going for a bail reduction on my arraignment. Stayed at 10,000 cash, and I had to prove where the cash came from. Not something I could do at the time at all. I was stuck like Chuck until trial, and then I was going to prison. So fucking thanks, dude. That was an awesome day. You know what I mean? I just fucking sat here this whole time. I puked 3 times. I just had this judge tell me to get fucking bent, dude. Whatever, kid. I'm going back to the county. I'm just trying to lay in my rack and get over this sickness so I can start getting into bid mode. Everybody knows if you've been locked up, that mindset changes. If you can get into bid mode as fast as you can to be comfortable, that's what you're gonna do. But you can't do that when you're fucking kicking fentanyl. Anyway, that was a horrible day, right? I thought it's just getting started. They load us back into this 9 million degree fucking piece of shit brand new Mercedes paddy wagon that our taxpayer money pays for, so these screws can be comfortable while they lug us animals back and forth from the clink to the fucking courtroom. And therefore, we're protesting hard at this point for our rights. At least give us some air, give us some water. You know what I mean? Anything like that. Just show us that you don't want us to fucking suffocate to death on our own vomit in the back of this paddy wagon in the middle of July. Do you think they did that? No. These dudes get this position of power and they believe that they're better than you, and they want to rub it in your face. Later on down the road, you know what I mean? If they see you and they think it's all good and they wonder why you don't like them. Anyway, these fucking monkey wrench ass clowns get us all in the they get us all in the paddy wagon and bring us back to the Rockingham County Jail. And I'll never forget, my fucking co-defendant is so sick. He's hallucinating. Like, he's losing his mind. He's looking out the little port window in the back of this paddy wagon, and he thinks we're in Milton, New Hampshire, which is complete opposite direction to where the jail is to where we were. And he swears up and down they're bringing us to Milton, and everything's good. And he swears, I don't know, he was straight up hallucinating. So I don't want to deal with that shit. Nobody wants to deal with that shit. We're detoxing. We just got denied bail. It's a bad day. Stop, with your bullshit. Enough. Anyway, that was just a fun fact to throw in there. We get all the way to the fucking county jail and they drive back in the Sallyport. And of course, these nitwits hop out, shut the doors, and they go up to talk to the other screw friends and talk about their circle jerk or whatever they like to talk about. And when they came back to get us, they locked the keys inside this fucking paddy wagon while it's running. And we're in the back, all shackled up, 8 deep, 4 deep on each side. There's puke all over the floor. There's people coughing. The girls are tweaking out at this point. So now there's anxiety-driven attacks and panic attacks. It's setting off panic, and it's not good. Do you think they're gonna help us soon? No. Of course, these dudes don't want to get in trouble for their incompetence, because God forbid you have to admit that you're the ass clown that just locked 8 inmates in the back of a paddy wagon that's running like 110 degrees in the back in the middle of July, and then locked the keys while it's running, a brand new Mercedes, and now you're going to have to break the window. How do you explain that to your boss? Well, of course they don't want to explain that to their boss. So they're going to do everything possible thinking that they must be able to get the doors open. Well, if you know anything about friggin' COs, you know most of them didn't hang out with the cool crowd growing up, right? They're not really keen on being able to do stuff like pick a lock or unlock a car door. They're not doing the wire, the coat hanger trick. They're not that type. If they can't call AAA for help, they're fucked most of the time. And that was the situation. And we are flipping out in the back because we're literally dying. My fucking co-defendant has been hallucinating for 20 minutes, Who knows what he's capable of at this point, or if his body might just shut down on him. I know my body felt like it was going to shut down from dehydration itself, between puking and all the other stuff that comes along with detoxing, and then being subjected to that heat for such a period of time while being shackled with no water or nothing. It was a really bad spot for all of us. And what we did was we thought we were gonna friggin' try to get out ourselves. We're not just gonna sit back here and die for nothing. So we tried unhooking each other, and we tried everything we could to get free, to get down. And this is a brand new state of the art paddy wagon. There was no way we were gonna be able to undo it. And even if we did, they probably would have charged us with attempted escape. That's how fucked up the system is, and that's facts. They probably would have. They probably would have tacked another 2 to 5 onto my prison bid. Anyway, I got sucking. I get a laugh at it nowadays thinking about the fact that these fucking monkey wrench COs had to go get a monkey wrench and bust a brand new window just to unlock the paddy wagon and get us inmates out. It was it was fucking, it's a hell of a story, and it's true. Looking back on it, I should have sued their ass. Somebody should have sued them. There was 8 of us in that fucking van, and I don't think any one of us sued. I didn't get to talk to the girls after that. All I did is me and my dad still talk about this story all the time. So it's crazy work. And I just think, like, what if? What if that dude was so worried about losing his job he just left us in there or something? Like, what a terrible way to go. And granted, I was a criminal, and yes, I was getting ready to serve time that I deserved, but I didn't deserve the death penalty, and I definitely didn't deserve to be subjected to that type of treatment. Nobody did that day. And that's something that's just one of the perfect examples, like things getting swept under the rug when it comes to these, you know, prison for pay systems. They're trying to keep these places stuffed full so everybody can make a pension, and that money is just brilliant. And the training isn't there, the knowledge isn't there. This is why we see tragic things happening all the time lately. And it's just the fact that at the very least the dude should have been fired. I hope, you know what I mean? You had to, how do you tell your boss you had to bust out a window of a brand new Mercedes fucking van built specialty to haul prisoners because you locked the keys in while it's running, kid? Fucking A. Anyway, we're going to go with that story for today. What do you guys think? Bad Apple Fact 603 tuning out. Peace.